Hello my friends, welcome to SC Custom Designs. I wanted to share a project with you. We're not actually in the wood shop, imagine that. We're on site, and the site is actually my kitchen. Once upon a time this was, well, brand new, right? New custom cabinet and countertop system that was put in. And with normal use, with this type of sink here, this is a very, very deep sink here. Here. In this type of system, the water tends to splash everywhere. So there you go. You may have a similar situation. How do I know that? I found you on YouTube. So I found similar situations. So after a little bit of research, I was actually reminded of a product. Let me just go ahead and come this way. And I'm not a salesman for this product, okay? But let's see here. Let's come over to where there's a little more light. There we go. So I picked this up at Home Depot. Home Depot and Lowe's is my go-to, basically. And with this, you're going to be able to fix this problem. Okay? So I already used it once on one of these pieces. Then as time went on, lo and behold, look what happened. So I actually decided I would pull it back farther than I needed to see when it would stop peeling with reasonable pressure, right? And but you can see from the damage here that a lot of water gathered there. And I noticed here that this was a little bit loose as well. So what I did is I peeled it away. And I have this fancy tool that's gonna hold this apart. Because what you do essentially is, and let's just go ahead and start doing it. Why don't we do that? You apply the material, the glue, with the applicator to both sides. Oh, I wanted to show you my fancy setup. If you haven't seen this before, this is something I did on the bandsaw. It's got different angles cut out so that you can set your phone, in this case it's my phone, in place. And what you see on the right hand side is actually the stand itself. So I think I got to widen it a little bit so I can move it over this way more. All right, there we go. So we have it set in place. They advise that you want to go ahead and shake this a lot, get it mixed up, and I was doing that prior to the video. They also recommend that you ventilate. So my ventilation is lifting this window here, have the kitchen door shut, and I have lots of windows here in my kitchen. Coincidentally, I put this window in. I'll show you that if I can remember in a bit. So basically, you just take the product, try not to get it all over the place, right? And just put it on here. Now, as I'm putting this on, I'll disclose that I went ahead and I had to glue up some of the wood. And as I get over closer to that area where I had to glue it up, I'll go ahead and let you know that's where it was. So again, this is about 15 minutes that you're going to let this set. No more than 2 hours. That's what the directions say. So I'm going to be generous with this because this what I'm putting it on is man-made desert, I call it. It's you know, like I don't know what the official word is. Y'all probably know, but it's almost like cardboard, compressed cardboard, and it's really drinking it up as we speak. So there you go. I'm going to be generous with it. I want this to be a one-shot deal for the immediate future. And so over here is where a lot of the water was just gathering there in the corner. And coincidentally, from here to here was when I pulled back the trim there, the Formica, it pulled away. So I went ahead and I took my glue bot. Look up those episodes. I have about 450 plus videos. This is the glue bot. It's the mini one, and that allows you to apply the glue systematically and accurately, much less like this applicator. that I'm using here, which I'm not complaining about. But you know, there you go. Each applicator for each job. So you got to put this stuff on one side and then on the other material that you're going to be adhering, which of course is the peeled away countertop. So if you like what you see, by the way, this is an unusual episode. I don't usually, unfortunately, I forget to record these types of episodes. Like I put a doorknob on my early late 1800 early 1900 home. My home is a Sears kit, believe it or not. You think you can open up a catalog and oh, look at that! I wasn't expecting that to happen. The applicator just fell right out of there. All right, so I pushed that in. Now that was my first gotcha. And there you go. All right, so yeah, Sears kit. The kit is you could find it in the catalog. I got a catalog, reproduction catalog, Sears catalog from my grandmother before she passed away in Pittsburgh. I actually live in upstate New York. But I was leaving her one day from a visit, and she said, "You like those books? You like those old books?" And I said, "I do." She had some old Reader's Digest as well. And yeah, want it? I said, "Sure." I could actually mimic her better than I am now, but I'm trying to concentrate here. At the same time, fill in with some humor. If you've been watching me for any period of time, you know that I like to do things live. I don't practice. I mean, how do you practice doing this, right? I did it one time a long time ago, here and other places. At any rate, I like to do things live and learn. You saw my applicator just fall right out. So now you get to learn that you should probably push that in. You just assume out of the box everything is going to be just fine, right? So there you go. That's life. All right, now that I'm over here applying this material, this glue, over in this confined area, I might as well go ahead and hit the trim. Just go ahead and hit that up real quick, right? And naturally I can't let it touch. 15 minutes is what they're recommending to let it set up, so I'll give it at least 15 minutes. Now it is autumn and it's northeast, so you got to think about humidity levels in the wood shop, right? Another tip I can give you is get yourself a humidity level, a humidity meter, as well as the temperature gauge, right? So you want to know what your humidity is. At the moment, my humidity levels in my wood shop, I just took note, is around 50% humidity. So there you go. So this will probably be okay in 15 minutes. Well, however, what I'm going to do is just go ahead and stop the video. Ooh, yeah, my wife will say, "Why did you get glue everywhere?" And I'll say, "Because it was fun." And then she'll look at me and say, "What did you just say?" And then I will laugh. No. Like I said, you gotta have fun. Stop having fun in life, well, life gets a little too serious. Okay, so now I'm going to have a little bit of a situation where near the edge, I'm going to have to get as close as I can to where my innovative jig, which is a chair from the kitchen, is holding this wood out. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do the best I can to get the glue in there. So I'm pretty confident this is going to work. It's worked in the past. So there you go. If you thought to yourself, how do I get that trim back on? This is one of the ways that is recommended. Okay? Alright, so we got that dealt with. Let me tell you, it's pretty sticky. Already tacky in my hands. So I'm going to go ahead and put some glue there, and some glue on here, and you watch the tool that I'm going to use that's going to keep this guy separated. Ready? Again, the wife. What are you doing? You can't put that there. So at any rate, obviously you want to clean up any glue that has dripped on your equipment. I'll just go like this. Now it is rubber, kind of like contact rubber type cement. It is going to just peel away, so just be careful to get it off as soon as you notice the problem. And so there you go. Now you could argue, why didn't you take that off, and why? As a matter of fact, I'm going to share a song with you. Wow. I'm going to share, it goes like this. Now I lived in Israel for, that really drank that up, my friends, for several years, 6 years. And I learned Hebrew, and I was taught this folk song. And it goes like this. Why did he die? Did he die? Did he die? Did he? Why did he die? Did he die? Oh, why did he die? Did he? Why did he die? Did he die? Did you expect that? So at any rate, tonight, at first I was like pretty serious because I was just learning Hebrew. I'm like, wow, I think I'm familiar with some of those words, like why and did he die and like this. So then if you listen to the words, you're going to hear, why did he die? You probably picked up on that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pause the video. That's been 12 minutes of your life. And I thank you for tuning in to SC Custom Designs YouTube channel. I'm going to scooch down so you can see my face. You probably know what I look like. But if you like what you see, feel free to go through all my videos, 450 plus videos on a variety of subjects. New tools I buy, whatever tools you see in my wood shop. I probably did a review on it, and I've got more reviews to do because I'll never be done buying tools. So I'm going to pause. Hopefully I won't stop it, but actually just pause it. And we're going to come back in about 15 minutes. Okay, here we go. All right, welcome back to SC Custom Designs. You can see my old sign down there, S&C Custom Designs. So we know this is part 2 for the video, but in one video. So there you go. So let's go ahead and remove that. Well, we can keep that there. So what you're going to see, yes, here are 2 tools that I didn't have introduced in the beginning of the episode. They're rollers, simple rollers, right? This one here is a wooden one, so just think of that as rolling out the dough, but on a very small scale. So that's that style there, okay? And then there's this style here. So this is just great for pushing down on the laminate so you can get it nice and secure. Probably going to use this one because it's smaller and it'll give me less surface to have to squeeze lengthwise like this, okay? So we'll use this guy. So don't forget those tools. And what you're hearing below is some paper that I got out because I realized before I stopped part 1, I didn't put any glue on these guys, which go here. So I went ahead and did that. So now, the warning I have for you, when you stick this to this, is it ain't gonna move. Once you stick it down, it's not gonna move. So if you put it down crooked, prepare to have it crooked. That's the good news and the bad news. So just make sure that you're not in a hurry when you're doing this type of job. Make sure you have plenty of time. For me, it's a Monday evening, pre-Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way, to the United States citizens around the world. It's a time when we pause, we reflect, we thank God for our everything we have, really. So regardless of all the stories and how our country was discovered and some of the horrible things that happened, sometimes the price is it's that. So At any rate, didn't mean to say all that, but there you go. We're going to go ahead. Let's have a look in the video here. And let's see if I can move you a little bit closer. But all the while, I don't want to... Sorry about you guys watching this on big TVs. I realize my audience is... actually, I can probably come a lot closer. Look at that. My audience is quite large. I have 300 and... ooh, Lord, we're getting up there. 32 or something like this. Subscribers, or maybe it's 22 or 23. And we're really happy to have you aboard. And again, please leave your comments, questions, comments, concerns. And hey, I'd like to see this, Steve, or hey, you said this and I don't think that's correct. I will stand corrected. That's not a big deal with me. I like to know that I'm giving the truth. Okay, so I removed this fancy tool. Check that out. And I'm just gonna, in this case, I can just let it go, right? Because it's already in place. I'm gonna go ahead and roll that in, okay, without touching this here. I'm doing a video. I'm sealing the stuff.
How's it going?
It's going good.
Are you going to make stickies?
No. All right, pardon that little bit of an interruption. I should have told my lovely one. She's the other part of SC Custom Designs, and she works with garments. She could do amazing things with garments, okay? So, all right. That's not sticking as much as I'd like it to, honestly. So, I'm probably going to have to do that again in the future, but there you go. I'm going to move this piece because, God forbid, this piece touches that piece. It is not going to come apart easily. All right, so now you're going to take your pieces and, again, be very careful. Set one end down where it goes, all right, and sort of in your mind, make sure that it is going to go, you know, where you need it to go. Okay, so I'm going to push this way, like this. Trust me when I tell you, this is sticking. So if you make a mistake, you're going to pay for it. I'm going to use this roller. I know I said I'd use the other one, but I think when I ran to tell my wife what was going on, she wanted me to turn the heat back on. I can't blame her. We're now, I don't think we're officially winter. I could be wrong, but it's November, October, November, 18 maybe? At any rate. Hey, so I'm going to be doing this as a live video. Well, not a live video, but a premiere video. And so I think that's the if I can, if I have the time, and I haven't found really a good time where people can join me, so I don't know what to say. This piece is also loose. That's not good. This is not. From here to here, this piece is good. So apparently I did not put enough material here and here. Now, I'm going to have to be okay with that. Because like I said, in my experience with this glue, is you're not going to get this off in a controlled, pretty fashion, okay? All right, let's go ahead and take this piece now. And again, be very careful to not overcommit, okay? Don't overcommit. No, what I want is I want to get this guy as close as I can to the top like this, right? And I'm telling you, man, if you've ever worked with this stuff before, you know what I'm talking about. You know that once you set it, you it's kind of like set it and forget it. It's not coming off easy. Okay? Now, what I may do over here, now I'm having that same situation where this piece is solid. This piece here is floating a little bit. All I can do is hope for the best. What I may end up doing, I mean, this counter is old at this point, is just taking some silicone and putting it here so I can try to keep the moisture from going there, because as soon as I look the other way, the water's going to come here. That's kind of the problem with this type of setup. And now I know that I would investigate and entertain a different setup. I like the big sink. You could wash 3 babies in here. In the old days, they washed the babies in there. Maybe you do it now. But also I didn't do an episode on this. This here is, can you see that? What I'm talking about? You cannot. Up there, maybe when I'm done. I put in one of those hand motion spouts, faucets, and I'll tell you what, it's pretty cool. All right, I'm peeling this away. All right, it actually worked, my friends. All right, so I'm going to very carefully, again, take your time. Have I expressed that enough in this video? Take your time when you are, now I hear the cat meowing. Can you hear the cat meowing? Git, I call him Git. His name is actually Fred. Is a rescue kitty. We found him underneath our car. As a matter of fact, all of our cats were found. The first one was found by me, Murph. And I've never had a better, most awesome Maine Coon wild cat. It was a little kitty. It was dying in the weather, and I picked it out of off a piece of metal. It was hiding there. It was abandoned, So anyway, with the things we find ourselves talking about. But we're going to do the same thing. Again, take your time. Do not rush. Go in there. And I'm telling you, once you see my thumb pushing on that, once there's pushing, there's no unpushing. Okay? All right, so now we're going to roll this out as much as we can. Okay? Roll it out. I'm going to get the other one, which is over here, maybe. I'm probably not going to find it. I think I left it in the other room when my wife was calling me, so there you go. All right. Again, I'm not happy with this. This is good. Let's see here. Oh, he stopped moving, actually. Maybe there's hope. But these pieces here are not settling in. One of the big reasons for that, my friends, is because the material under here was bulged, was swollen, all that sort of thing. Okay? Now, you look up this episode. These are called bandy clamps by Rockler. And what does that allow you to do? You can take this guy, push in, and let go, and it's going to hold pressure there. So bandy clamps. This is going to do like this. There's the name from Rockler. I'm actually working on getting sponsored by Rockler. But you can help me out, my friends. I need to get to 1,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. I'm at 323, I believe. And once I get to 1,000, they'll sponsor me. I have a lot of Rockler products because I'll tell you what, and I'll give you fair evaluations on their products. I believe in being honest. And an example is I have this Rockler tool. Let's see. I can take you off now. Okay. All right, so let's have a look. Let's not get in trouble and look inside that sink, my friends. All right. So there you go. Let's just go from left to right. All right. Now those bandy clamps are awesome because they're rubber and elasticy type of process there. And these are the medium size bandy clamps. Rockler makes a lot of really cool products, and they price them so that you can afford them. Okay, so while sometimes the price will be slightly compromised, the quality may be slightly compromised. Just be careful with the tools, and use them without force. You know, that type of thing. All right, so let's just go ahead and back up. That's the area that I just clamped together. Okay. All right. So let's give this guy another honorable mention. This guy here, I made, and I use it everywhere now. It holds my phone, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 slots in there, and it'll hold the camera at various angles. If I were to take a guess, I'd say it's about 3 feet tall, or about 28 inches or something like this. Let's see, 12, 26. Yeah, I would say maybe 2 and 3/4 feet. At any rate, that was a lot of fun to make. I made this on the bandsaw. So this is out of a 2x6. The plate is 2x6 as well as this long piece here. And because it's out of a 2x6, I was able to get away with really thin pieces. So this woodworking is fun. I love woodworking. I'm a QA software guy in the daytime. Nighttime, I am Mr. Woodworker. And weekends. So, at any rate, thank you for tuning in to SC Custom Designs YouTube channel. I am going to go ahead and upload the video, and we're going to be able to talk about this. Whoever happens to be awake and online at this time, mostly the North America. Okay, so thanks for tuning in to SC Custom Designs. Again, this is my old logo, but if you've been following me for a while, you'll know, that this is us. We have a new one. We have to go ahead and get an updated one. So, again, subscribe to my channel if you like what you're seeing. Thanks for watching. Make your comments. We'll get back to you. Take care and God bless. Shalom Uvracha. The Hebrew means peace on you, and we'll see you later in blessing.